Okay, quick one on goings on in the political um, space. I haven't done any videos in a while, of course, besides my regular engagements on the Symphony platform. I haven't spoken and offered my own personal opinions. But the ruling of Justice Peter Lifu on Monday um, is the reason why I'm doing this. Monday, I think, the 15th June, if I'm not mistaken. He summoned, created a WhatsApp group, invited all the lawyers to his court, and gave a verdict in the suit brought by an amorphous, shadowy group of former legislators, allegedly um, clobbered together from the office of the Chief of Staff to the President of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila. And that amorphous shadowy group had approached the Court of Justice Peter Lifu, seeking to deregister five political parties, the ADC, Zenith Labour Party, AC, Accord, and one other. And the defendants, had approached the appeal court asking for a restraining order, and the appeal court granted that request, restraining Justice Judge Peter Lifu from going further with that case, adjourning substantive hearing till October. So it was a shock on Monday when Judge Peter Lifu, against all wisdom and legal precedents, the laws and everything, convention, traditions, gave that, verdict mandating or directing INEC to deregister these five political parties. Of course, all hell practically was let loose, in the political space. Everybody giving their opinions, as it were, and mercifully or thankfully, the parties concerned and others, I might add, approached the appeal court and, very swiftly, quite unlike the justices of the appeal court, met yesterday, Tuesday, the 16th, yeah, 16th of June, and in a very harsh verdict, reprimanded very sternly Justice Peter Lifu and gave the order that judgment of Monday should not be acted upon by INEC, and they had very strong, harsh words for Mr. Justice Peter Lifu, calling him a judicial, rascal, accusing him of judicial impertinence. And some of my friends I've spoken to said what he did was tantamount to judicial banditry, and I cannot fault that. And so the reason why I'm doing this now is to say this judge deserves, to be assisted to honorably or dishonorably exit the judiciary. He's a disgrace to the Nigerian judicial system. And I would implore first the Nigerian Judicial Council or National Judicial Council, the NJC, to do the needful. Get this guy off the Nigerian bench, as fast as possible. He's a rogue judge. He's gone rogue and he's willing to pull down the entire Nigerian political edifice. For whatever reasons, I do not know. It beggars belief that a judge would defy the Constitution, the Electoral Act, judicial precedent, traditions of this noble profession, and conventions, and just go berserk, seeking to pull down our democratic edifice. Secondly, I'm doing this video imploring, I hope it gets to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President, you cannot feign ignorance that some persons seeking to please you desperately are taking the laws of the land into their hands, breaking the laws, damning the consequences, and doing the unthinkable, believing they have protection from your office. I plead with you by the mercies of God. I am not an old man, yet I am also not a young man. I lived actively. I was a young man in 1989 Uniben when we protested against May 89 SAP riots, against Babangida introduction of SAP, Structural Adjustment Program. I lived through as a young man in 1993 in the annulment of the June 12 elections. Myself and other youths protested on the streets of Lagos and were shot at by soldiers. I was an adult, a young man, 1993, 1994, 95, 96 under Abacha, when, pro-democracy activists were shot dead. Kudrat Abiola, Anthony Anahoro. Others, were arrested. Shehu Sani, Bekor and some Kuti. Many were arrested, jailed. Obasanjo jailed. His vice, Yaradua, jailed. Never made it out of prison alive. The list is endless, Mr. President. And of course, I cannot forget the repression of the media, where I'm an active player. We're playing with the tiger's tail. I beseech you by the mercies of God, call your men to order, Mr. President. Call your men who have gone berserk, who have gone rogue, who are playing with the tail of the tiger, who are trying to destroy this hard-won democracy that people shed blood for. Call your men to order, Mr. President. You have enough time to redeem yourself before Nigerians. Just do the right thing, Mr. President. You have all the powers to do the right things. Just do the right things. We're going into elections. Jonathan lost. He was a sitting president and he lost. If you don't want to lose in a free, fair, and credible elections, do the right thing, Mr. President. You know what to do. You have all the powers to do the right things. You've not done the right things in 3 years that you've been in office. You've not governed well. And that's why you and your men are attempting to destroy our democratic institution. And I'm afraid, because I see a specter of a return to the dark and awful, evil days of military dictatorship. I beseech you once again by the mercies of God, call your men to order, Mr. President. Let's save this nation. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.